We'll chant the first 5 verses of Isavasya Upanishad.
सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथामागृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम् कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेच्छतगो समाः एवं त्वयि नान्यथेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे असूर्यानामते लोका अन्धेन तमसावृताः तागुस्ते प्रेत्याभिगच्छन्ति ये केचात्महनो जनाः अनेजदेकं मनसो जवीयो नैनद्देवा आप्नुवन् पूर्वमर्षत् तद्धावत्तोऽन्यानत्येति तिष्ठत्तस्मिन्नपो मातरिष्वा दधाति तदेजति तन्नैजति तद्दूरे तद्वन्तिके तदन्तरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यतः पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
We'll start with mantra 1.
ॐ ईशावास्यमिदगो सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथामागृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम् ॐ ईशावास्यमिदगो सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथामागृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम्
Translation. Om, all this whatsoever in the changing universe is pervaded by the Lord. Isha means Lord, Supreme Reality. by renouncing that, may you enjoy. Tena tyaktena bunjita. It's a very famous statement from Isavasya. Do not covet anyone's wealth. So last week we had introductory class to Upanishad. So where we studied the source of Upanishad, that how they are part of Vedas. And I think we forgot to project 2 PowerPoints. So can you just project the first PowerPoint? I mean, it's in the book, but in case you would like to see it on the screen, it is useful. So you can see there are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. And each Veda is divided into 4 parts. So the first 3 are called Mantra, Brahmana, and Aranyaka. So they consist of basically prayers and rituals and ceremonies. That again is based on the knowledge. It's not blind rituals or ceremonies. And these rituals, ceremonies, they were conducted either in public or in private. And the fourth and the last part is Upanishad. And that contains the real knowledge of philosophy, of life and living. So it is also called as end of Vedanta, Vedanta. Veda means knowledge, Anta means end. So already discussed last week, I'm just recapping. The next PowerPoint, the word Upanishad itself is a conjunction of 3 words, Upa, Ni, and Shad. So you can see it on the screen. Near, below, and sit. So we discussed what it means. It's all symbolic. But everything is in the book. Choice Upanishad, book by Swamiji. So this mantra is considered to be a very potent mantra. It's like E is equal to MC square. There is hardly any explanation. So obviously it is addressed to a sadhak, a seeker, who is highly evolved, who has dropped off practically all desires. Only last bit of desires are left to know the truth, to know the reality. And slight guidelines, slight push, slight fine tuning from a master is enough to push him to the ultimate state. So therefore, you will find, I mean, hardly an explanation. In fact, it's so powerful that with this mantra, Isavasya Upanishad is over, actually speaking. There is nothing, the rest is just formalities, that powerful. But obviously, we'll try to understand what the great master is telling us. So, any Upanishad declares 4 parts. It contains 4 parts. Declaration of supreme reality, then the explanation of it, what is supreme reality all about, what is path to supreme reality, path meaning sadhana, what efforts you need to put, and directional advice to seekers. So I repeat, any orthodox Upanishad, it constitutes 4 parts. It is made up of 4 parts. You can project on the screen. There is declaration of Brahman, supreme reality, explanation of supreme reality, path to it, and directional advice to seeker, like some tips, do this, whatever it could be. So all 4 parts are in this mantra, the first mantra. So therefore, it's very, very potent. So the first line, can you move on to the next? So line 1 declares supreme reality. All this is Om. I mean, what is it? What is it all about? There is no explanation. So he has declared the supreme reality, the truth. Line 1 and 2, whatsoever in the changing universe is pervaded by the Lord, Isha, by supreme reality. There is explanation of what is supreme reality all about. The third line, by renouncing that, by renouncing word, may you enjoy. Tena tyaktena bunjita. So he is giving path to Brahman. And the last line, line number 4, do not covet anyone's wealth, is directional advice to seekers. So that's it. Upanishad is over. The rest is just a formality. So that's the level. I mean, you can't blame them. Both teacher and taught, they're in a different league altogether. So when he says Om, all this is Brahman, so he's declaring supreme reality. All this is nothing but supreme reality. Everything, everywhere, whatever you are experiencing, you are seeing, you can think of is nothing but God. Supreme reality is Isha, is Lord. Brahman alone exists. There is nothing else. It's like ocean alone exists. It's like telling the wave. Everywhere there is ocean, ocean and ocean, nothing else. So since Brahman alone exists, nothing else can exist, you are part of that supreme reality. To say you are part of supreme reality is a compromise. You are that truth. You are that supreme reality. But due to ignorance, you're not aware of it. And that ignorance is created by who? That ignorance is created by you. It's like wave is not aware that she is an ocean. She is nothing but ocean. So that awareness, that ignorance rather, is created by who? By wave itself. Nobody is responsible. So similarly, you are that truth, you are that reality, you are that Brahman. And that Brahman is everywhere. It is all pervading. It is infinite. But you are ignorant of it right now. All of us are ignorant of it right now. So that ignorance is created by who? You. By us. Nobody else is responsible. So when you understand this, you understand the magnitude of your personality. When Wave understands that she's the ocean, she understands the magnitude of what her real personality is. We're not this tiny assemblage of body, mind, and intellect. We all believe, this is me, this is our personality. That's not you. So the real you, the only you, is that all pervading supreme reality, which is extremely difficult for us to fathom. Somehow we need to swallow it. So it's like no dreamer can understand that dream world does not exist. It's not possible while in a dream. But the moment he wakes up, then he understands that the erstwhile dream was nothing but figment of his imagination. But while he or she is caught up in a dream, it is impossible for any dreamer to understand that a dream world is nothing but it's a projection. Actually, it's nothing but mind. Everything is nothing but mind. So similarly, how can we understand that whatever we are experiencing is that supreme reality? I mean, it's not possible. Even if we say yes, I mean, what does it mean? End of the day, it means nothing. See, just as a dreamer will try to give all sorts of proofs to validate that dream world is real, isn't it? This is my social security card. This is my number, whatever. Ends with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my marriage certificate. This is my job. This is my passport. This is my wife. This is my child. I mean, you can go on. You can give 10 million proofs to show that dream world is real. But does it make any more real, the dream world, just because you're trying to show the proof, the reality, the truth of the dream world? It's not possible, isn't it? It remains a figment of your imagination. But no dreamer can understand that. That's the problem. So similarly, how can we understand that the whole world, whatever we are experiencing, is nothing but supreme reality? Because we are caught up in conditioned states. That's the problem. Waking, dream, and deep sleep states. These are conditioned states. And no conditioned person can understand he or she is conditioned. The moment you understand you are conditioned, then where is conditioning? Is an unconditioned person is talking to conditioned people, which is you and I. So therefore, it is not possible for us to understand this truth. I mean, we cannot experience it. What's the proof that this world is nothing but supreme reality? I mean, there is no proof. Only when you get to that state, by your own experience, you'll understand that. So, Om Sarvam Idam, all this is nothing but supreme reality. You are that supreme reality. But right now, you are ignorant of that supreme reality because you're ignorant. And that ignorance is created by who? You yourself are responsible. Nobody else is responsible. So you drop the ignorance. What is left? Who are you? You are that truth. You are that reality. As easy or as difficult as that. I mean, whichever way you look at it. And whatsoever in the changing universe is pervaded by the Lord. So he's coming to our level now, slowly, reluctantly. So it's an explanation of what is that supreme reality. That is line 1 and 2. Yat kinchita jagatya jagata. So whatever in the changing world, universe is pervaded by the Lord. So universe means change. And you are part of that universe, the world. And Brahman or truth is the substratum upon which this pluralistic phenomena called world is projected. See, if you observe the world, right, everything in the world is changing. Seasons are changing. I think in Michigan is about to change. Perhaps we had a last good weekend. I don't know. I was looking at the weather. Next weekend is like the normal Michigan weather. So weather is changing. Climate also change. Eventually it will change. Not every year, but eventually it changes. So seasons change, weather changes, climate changes, planets are changing, galaxies are changing. We're talking about externally, the world. Similarly, you are changing. Once upon a time, you were a child. Then you became a teenager. Teenager became a youth. Youth became an adult. Adult became an old man or going to become, right? Similarly, inside you, there are changes. Your perception is changing. What you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you touch is constantly changing, isn't it? Your emotions are changing. Today, you are in a very good mood, yes, riding on a high horse. Tomorrow, we'll find out tomorrow. Similarly, your thoughts are changing. So either externally or internally, world is nothing but a change, a flux of a change. And the substratum of this change upon which these changes are happening is supreme reality. Now, how do you recognize these changes? To recognize any change, to understand any change, you have to have unchanging substratum. This is physics. This is not philosophy. Unless there is changeless substratum, you cannot recognize any change. It's not possible. See, for example, when you see a plane landing, sometimes it's like cloudless sky, absolutely nothing in the sky. You feel as if plane is stationary. It's fascinating. In fact, few months back, last month, I gone to India and I took a flight. And the driver, the cab driver, he was dropping me off at the airport. He has never been in a plane, you know. So he's asking me very innocently, does plane hover like a helicopter? Very, very innocent question. And then, if I were him, I would have thought, yeah, maybe, a huge Boeing 747. It's like, as if it is not moving, it is stationary. But you and I know it is flying, even though it is about to land, whatever, 250 miles, 300 miles per hour. That's the speed. But why you don't feel the change? Why you don't notice the change? Because there is no changeless substratum, isn't it? But in a train, you notice the speed because there are trees which are stationary. So you need a changeless substratum to understand, to notice the change. So how are we registering? How are we noticing all these changes, whether externally or internally? There has to be a changeless substratum. What is that changeless substratum? That is supreme reality. So that proves the existence of supreme reality. And that Brahman, that supreme reality, is all pervading, meaning motionless, meaning changeless. An object can move from a place where it is to where it is not, from A to B. But if it is everywhere, where will it go? Where will it go? So therefore he says, whatsoever in the changing universe, whatever you are seeing, is pervaded by the Lord, meaning it is all pervading, meaning it is motionless, meaning it is changeless. So therefore, nothing other than Brahman exists. You're getting slowly, we are building up the thought flow. So he declared the truth. Now he explained the truth. Now in the third line, he is giving path to Brahman. So coming back, your ignorance has projected world on Brahman. Where there is supreme reality, we are experiencing the world. So our ignorance has projected this world. See, just as snake is a product of your own ignorance, where there is a rope, you are seeing the snake. You have superimposed snake on the rope. So therefore, if you have to understand rope, what is it that you have to do? A simple question. There is only rope. But due to ignorance, we have superimposed a snake on a rope. It's imaginary, but to us it is real. The boy who sees the snake, it is real. But it is superimposition, right? And he's scared unnecessarily. Snake will bite me, snake is this, snake is that. So if that fear has to go away of the snake, which is a product of ignorance, what is it that boy has to do?
Gain knowledge. Know that snake.
To make a light. Once the light is there, he will recognize.
Okay. Renounce the snake. Once you renounce the snake, what is left? The rope. So that's what he's telling. See, it's so fascinating. Tena tyattena bhunjita. May you enjoy it by renunciation. Slowly, I'm trying to explain step by step. So you are not experiencing Brahman because you are completely caught up in the changing world. Boy is not experiencing rope because he is caught up in a snake. So we are caught up in what? Everything. Perceptions, emotions, thoughts, ideas, ideologies, everything. The whole world is caught up in Alaska right now. It's not that we should be indifferent. Obviously, you should know what is happening. It is over, and everybody is discussing. They will go on discussing. I don't know, another 100 years. How can we renounce the snake? All the discussion is about snake is like this, snake is like that, and 6 feet long. Is it poisonous? I'm getting scared. It does not exist. So all he is telling us is renounce this imaginary world. Once you renounce this world, what is left? What is left is supreme reality. And renouncing mentally. It's not that in one some corner you go and hide and you renounce. Like, it's like, you're terribly afraid of a snake. One corner of the house you are going and hiding. Okay, I have renounced the snake. No, it will come in that corner wherever you are hiding. So actually, what are you renouncing? You're not renouncing anything. You are renouncing imaginary world. You're renouncing the world mentally. And once you renounce the world, what is left? Is supreme reality. I mean, it is as easy or as difficult. Tena tyaktena bunjita. By renunciation, you may enjoy that. He is talking from absolute level. That is the thought flow. But unfortunately, we are caught up at the level of the snake. Keep comparing that rope and a snake example. So to enjoy the magnitude of your personality, you need to renounce the projected world, which is full of sorrow and suffering. You have created that sorrow, you have created that suffering, and you like it. You're quite comfortable. How can I be, absolutely peaceful? How can, a little bit of fight with a wife or husband, once in a while, is necessary. Some worry has to be there about children, grandchildren, job, there has to be attention. When all these sorrows and sufferings are there, you feel normal. It is completely abnormal. So it's like fear of snake is unnecessary. You created that snake and you are suffering from that snake. Oh, will it bite? Is it poisonous? I heard there are no poisonous snakes in Michigan, but what if 1 in a million is poisonous? Which snake? And we are having discussions after discussions, book club on snake. I mean, it's absurd. Now, I'm not saying you should not discuss books. If at all you discuss books, I mean, you discuss Upanishad, you discuss Bhagavad Gita, you discuss Bible. So renounce the world. What is left is supreme reality. But we are fond of this world. See, I remember when we were school kids, like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. I'm talking about in Bombay. I should be saying Mumbai. Doesn't matter. Bombay. So sometimes like mother used to give nice juicy orange, And what we used to do, there was a game we used to play. Actually, it's not a game. It's like torturing each other. So we used to peel the orange and then press it, squeeze it, and like that juice comes and put in each other's eyes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, all psychic games, but then we used to do that. And some used to be really scared, some children. And so we used to tell him, like, no, it doesn't hurt. It stings a little bit. So we used to show, okay, see, I'm squeezing into my own eye. Now you're ready, squeeze into his eye. I mean, mother has given orange to eat orange, enjoy the orange. What are we doing? Playing with skin. I mean, it's absurd. Exactly same thing we all are doing, right? I mean, either you are hurting yourself or you're hurting others by your association with the world. You're caught up in the world. You're completely entangled in the world, which does not exist, which is imaginary, which is a creation of your own imagination, your own ignorance. And you are so happy playing with this imaginary world, with this ignorance. So he's saying, renounce that world and enjoy your real personality, which is the seat of infinite peace, infinite bliss. It's a very practical advice. So, what is your worth and what are you doing? Isn't it? And we have been saying repeatedly in this class that human birth is rare. Do not waste this opportunity. And there is no guarantee that you will be born as a human being. Now, it's no big deal. I mean, are we celebrating? Like, hey, like we are born as a human being, let's celebrate. We take it for granted. There is no guarantee that you will be born as a human being, and only as a human being, moksha is possible, liberation is possible. So if you waste this opportunity, I mean, what are you doing? If you understand, and all of us are wasting it. This group, okay, there is partial awareness, but how many of us have been bitten that bug of moksha, that liberation? No, I have to renounce this world. I mean, to get to the reality. So this is from the absolute level. He's giving that path to Brahman. Tena tyaktena bunjita. And also from mundane level, you cannot enjoy life unless you function in a spirit of renunciation. It's not possible. Somebody may say, no, I can't understand from absolute level. It's fine. You may not be ready yet. But even from mundane level, worldly point of view, everybody is looking for what? There is only one thing. There cannot be any second answer. Everybody, which includes me, which includes Jigar, which includes Makran, which includes Neha, all human beings on planet Earth. Everybody is looking for what?
Happiness.
Peace.
Peace.
Happiness and peace.
All these are synonyms. Happiness, peace, true fulfillment. So how you find peace, how you find contentment, how you find happiness at home, at work, wherever, whatever you are doing, only if you function in the spirit of renunciation. It's not an easy concept. And for this group, it's no big deal. You heard it 100 times. But those who are new, they don't understand this. Vedanta is misunderstood because of this one word, renunciation. And you take away renunciation, there is no Vedanta. Any scripture, whether it is Bible, whether it is Bhagavad Gita, whether it is Upanishad, you take away that word renunciation, there is nothing left in the scripture. So whatever you are aspiring for, whatever you want, we all want happiness. You start a family for what? Why you start family? Not to fight, definitely. Why you get children? Definitely not to worry about them and have sleepless nights, for peace. Why you get into a profession? Whatever you're doing, what you want is peace. And no peace, no contentment, no true action, no fulfillment is possible unless you function in the spirit of
Renouncing.
renunciation. Renunciation in action. That small preposition people miss, and they just say renunciation. Renunciation in action. That spirit of detachment while you are engaged in the world. So the moment you indulge in the world, you lose the enjoyment. We're talking about at a sense level. Every day you have dessert in the night. Will you enjoy it? Every day you're having dessert, whatever dessert you like. Use your imagination. It could be ice cream, it could be fudge, it could be whatever. You can also introduce blue label, black label also, whatever you want to introduce. A glass of white wine, red wine, I like Coke, I like. Every day, every night you are having dessert. What will happen? No big deal. But the moment you space it out, the moment you abstain from it, you have it once in a week, once in 10 days, once in 15 days. Rest of your life you'll enjoy that particular enjoyment, isn't it? So only by renunciation, only by abstinence you enjoy any sense contact. See, that's the reason people who are wealthy and who are indulgent, they have lost joy in life. It's a fact of life. And we say good many Americans would fall into this category. It's a land of plenty, and most of us, I would say, definitely have far more than we need. And what are we doing? We are indulging in it. It's okay. But you are harming your children by bombarding them with practically everything. I mean, we keep on giving this example. I mean, you gift iPhone to a present day teenager. What's the big deal? I mean, you may not die. He has bought it before you. You only have given. You've forgotten about it. You were, say, by the time you were 16, 17, you had BMW. If not yours, at least your parents you are driving. So, well, this is what happens to wealthy people, most wealthy people who are indulgent. It's not because you are wealthy, you become, you lose joy. You keep on indulging in all the sense objects. And by the time you reach in your 20s and 30s, I mean, there is nothing to look forward to in life. But only if you take it easy, you will enjoy any sense contact throughout your life. But if you go on indulging, you will get neutralized. All indulgent, wealthy people, they have become neutralized to any sensual enjoyment, all sensual enjoyment. So therefore, they go into depression. This is the psychology. But there is nothing to look forward to, isn't it? Everything is at your beck and call, and you're indulging in it day in and day out. Life becomes monotonous. Life becomes boring. So if you want to enjoy sense contact, how you enjoy it? By renouncing that, right? Renouncing meaning not giving up in this context. Space it out, abstain. Same formula applies in your family. Constantly you are hovering around your spouse and children. I mean, what joy? In fact, it creates that friction. You renounce them. I mean, not actually, mentally. Give that space. See, instantly you will find there is joy. Every day you have to call your son or daughter. The moment he says mom's phone, immediately they don't have to announce, please switch off your phone. The moment mom or dad's name pops up, they will switch it off. You don't call them for a week or 10 days, they will call you, mom, dad, what happened? Same thing in husband and wife relationship. Constantly you are literally hovering around each other. What pleasure you get? So you have to renounce your possessiveness, not your possessions. This is where people misunderstand. You don't have to renounce your wife. You don't have to renounce your children. You don't have to renounce anything. You have to renounce that possessiveness. When you renounce that possessiveness, what is left is harmony, peace in that relationship. So give that space. If you do not function with the spirit of renunciation, you cannot be successful in life. And we all want success. Doesn't matter what you are doing. So what you have to renounce is not your action. What do you have to renounce? Inaction. You have to renounce your worry. You have to renounce your anxiety. You have to renounce that ego. I am doing it. You have to renounce result orientation. When you renounce all these negative appendages, which you unnecessarily combine with action, you renounce worry, you renounce anxiety, you renounce ego, you renounce craving for the result. What is left is pure action. And that pure action is so potent. When you renounce all this, action becomes potent, and by default, you will be successful. See, I'm trying to explain from various angles. Tena taktena bunjita. May you enjoy that by renunciation. Absolute level we discussed. Now we are discussing from relative level. Mentally renounce your craving for wealth, name, fame, reputation, position, in whatever you're doing. Once you renounce, you have no value for it. Everything will be added on to you. This is the point. If you crave for that promotion, promotion will never come to you whole life. When it comes, okay, no, this is not the right person. You give up that craving. There are such people. You chase wealth, you run after wealth, it will elude you. You give up that desire for wealth, it will come to you. Reputation, you want reputation, nobody will respect you. You don't care for reputation, people will put you on a pedestal for which obviously you don't have value. So if you function with this attitude, you'll be cheerful, you'll be dynamic, you'll be content in life. So don't renounce action. What do you have to renounce? The result orientation. You have to renounce the craving. You have to renounce that desire for name, fame, reputation, and position. But all of you are running after these things. I mean, don't take it personally. So therefore, there is no peace, there is no satisfaction. So you want to acquire, you want to hoard. Nobody has found peace by running after objects and beings of the world. It's not possible. Because enough is never enough. And even if you start chasing, objects of your desire will elude you. It's a wild goose chase. And even if you get it, you will not be able to enjoy it. Because there's a fear of losing. What will happen if I lose it? So it's a lose-lose situation. So therefore, what is renunciation? What are you renouncing? I'm talking from relative level. Actually, what are you renouncing to enjoy life, to be peaceful? What is it that you're renouncing? Are you renouncing anything?
Attachment.
Mm-hmm.
Tendencies that
Hmm?
are tendencies that keep us away from the ultimate truth. Also,
Correct, you're right. But I'm talking from practical point of view. The word renunciation. Oh, what is renunciation? What are you renouncing? Are you renouncing anything in the first place?
nothing.
Nothing. In fact, you are taking up something higher, something superior. It's other way around. Higher values of life. This is what we are studying. So as you get established in the higher values of life, lower values automatically fall off. You can't say you're renouncing. They leave you on their own. That is what it is. None of us have renounced the toys. You can argue it that way. Rather, toys, they renounced us. But are we missing the toy world? I miss my teddy bear. No, I mean, will any adult talk like that? I miss my dollhouse. 78-year-old lady is saying. So you're playing with something superior, right? So as you take higher values of life, lower values automatically drop off. So you're not renouncing anything. That's the fear people have. In fact, you are taking something far superior. And as you get used to that joy, you start enjoying that joy, that peace with that higher value gives you, lower values automatically fall off. So therefore, no peace is possible without attitude of renunciation in life. That's the conclusion. Tena tyaktena bunjita. You understand now? May you enjoy that by renunciation. What? May you enjoy what by renunciation? You want to have good relationship with your wife? renouncer mentally and not divorce. I mean, you want to enjoy your children, you want to enjoy your grandchildren, don't hover around them. You want to be successful in your business, in your profession, give up that craving for being successful. So what are you renouncing? Nothing. So therefore, it's a fascinating statement. If you want peace, if you want contentment, if you want true fulfillment in life, you have to function in the spirit of renunciation. We're not talking from absolute level. Absolute level, you already discussed. I mean, why are you playing with the skin of the orange? Why are you playing with the world? Renounce the world. What is left is the truth, the supreme reality. So, declaration of supreme reality, we discussed. Explanation, we discussed. Path to supreme reality, discuss. What is path to supreme reality? May you enjoy everything by renunciation. Function with that attitude of renunciation. That is all. And then he gives directional advice to seekers. That is line number 4. And what is that directional advice? Ma gruda kasya svidhanam. Do not covet anyone's wealth. Why are you getting jealous of somebody else's wealth? Now, the simple explanation is very simple of this statement. Do not covet anyone's wealth, another's wealth. Directional advice. So he's talking about any wealth. It could be material wealth. It could be knowledge. It could be spiritual wealth. It could be physical wealth, whatever. So you get what you deserve in life, not what you desire. It's a law of causation. Nobody is denied any opportunity. See, that's the beauty of human life. I mean, we heard so many cases. The people, they started off in their life with practically nothing. I mean, there's so many Indians here. I mean, none of you are born and brought up here. Don't talk about your children. I mean, most of you came here with practically nothing. I mean, I know personally. And you are doing quite well. I'm not talking about Indian America. I'm just trying to give you an example. And somebody gets jealous. Oh, Makaran is so successful, drives nice car. I think you have 2 cars nowadays. I'm getting jealous of Makaran. He has paid the price. I mean, how hard he works. I mean, day in and day out, he's working. So why should I be jealous of Makaran's wealth? 2 nice cars in his nice garage in a nice house, right? It's absurd. Or it could be knowledge. Somebody is knowledgeable in his or her field. That person has done engineering. After that, he has done PhD, and I am jealous of him. He has paid the price. So you get what you deserve in life, not what you desire. It's law of causation, which is based on cause and effect. If you sow the cause, you will get the effect. So therefore, deserve through your efforts. You get it. Why are you unnecessarily, envying somebody else's wealth? Somebody has 6 packs, 8 packs, I'm jealous of him. That guy, he is sweating every day in the gym. Why should I get jealous of his body? I mean, you can go on multiplying examples. So do not covet anybody's wealth because it disturbs you. Why it is called a directional advice. And when you remain disturbed, your action becomes impoverished. You don't put efforts. So he is educating all of us that law of causation is there. Why are you worrying unnecessarily? Nobody is denied that capacity to put efforts. Yes, initially you may be at disadvantage. It's not that one fine day your life will be transformed. But if you go on putting efforts, eventually you will neutralize your past. And then the bright future is there. So don't covet, don't become jealous of somebody else. Don't covet another's wealth. So it's a very simple explanation. But explanation number 2 is very subtle and more philosophical. Actually, he's referring to that. When he says, do not covet another's wealth, kasya svidhanam, whose wealth is it? He's not saying that, it is implied. Whose wealth is it? World is nothing but supreme reality. And you are that supreme reality. So how can supreme reality covet its own wealth? What belongs to you is already yours. How can you be jealous of that? Is prima facie absurd. Therefore, that sign of spiritual growth is that feeling of oneness. Somebody else is doing well in life. You feel happy. And this is the practical application. Otherwise, there could be rivalry between husband and wife also. Forget about other people. So whose wealth is it? The world is nothing but supreme reality, and you are that supreme reality. Everything belongs to you. So what are you coveting? Whole is coveting the part. Part belongs to the whole. Isn't it? See, a lady cooks a very good meal. I'm giving you an example, right? And 25, 30 people are enjoying, and she's a very good cook, great cook. And we all enjoying. And that lady is sitting in the corner, and sort of sulking. So husband goes and asks, honey, what's wrong? Yeah, I'm jealous of these people. How are they enjoying the meal? Who cooked that meal? You cook the meal. Because of you, we are enjoying. And lady says, I'm jealous that they're enjoying their meal. See, it is as absurd as that. You are that supreme reality, and you're coveting somebody else's wealth. Does it make any sense? Every Indian home, or most Indian homes, they have that Balakrishna. That Balakrishna is baby Krishna, right? Not Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, baby Krishna. So he's sucking his own toe. I'm sure Neha will have, we all have, So it is all symbolic. So how can you suck your own toe to get pleasure? It's absurd. You must enjoy something else to get pleasure. So how can you suck your own toe to get pleasure? That absurdity they have shown, that Balakrishna sucking his own toe. Everything belongs to you. So who is coveting whose wealth? So now you read the translation, it makes sense. So, Om, all this is supreme reality. So we discussed that. There is nothing but supreme reality, nothing else exists. And you are that supreme reality. That's the magnitude of your personality. Then he explained, line number 2, explanation of supreme reality. That whatsoever in the changing universe is pervaded by that supreme reality. So we saw various examples. To understand any change, whether internally or externally, you need a changeless substratum, and that changeless substratum is the Brahman, that supreme reality, which is all pervading. And then path to Brahman, from relative level, absolute level, formula applies. What is that path to Brahman? Function in the spirit of renunciation in life. You don't have to give up anything. You have to take higher values of life, this knowledge. And as you get established in the higher values of life, your lower values, they automatically fall off. So what are you renouncing? Nothing. In fact, renunciation is you're taking up something superior. And then directional advice. Do not covet anyone's wealth. Law of karma is functioning. Law of causation is functioning meticulously. You put efforts and you deserve. And the more philosophical explanation is the whole world is yours to enjoy. I mean, why don't you enjoy? You know?
Renunciation
Sorry?
Renunciation is no longer overwhelming or impossible.
That's the only way you can live life. Otherwise, anything other than renunciation is overwhelming. The other way around. You cannot find peace, you cannot find harmony, you cannot find success, you cannot find fulfillment, true fulfillment, unless you function in the spirit of renunciation. See, initially it may hit you, especially if somebody is new, you know. But once you understand the practical implication of the concept of renunciation, you cannot live life without it. So Upanishad is over. That's no 7-part lecture series, 1-part lecture series. Last week was just a formality, introduction. You can send an email. Upanishad is over. Now, no person, in person, no online. Not really. So we'll start with mantra 2 next week. So, and then you will find that immediately he is kind of coming to our level. So he says, if you cannot renounce, only when you function in the spirit of renunciation, you can contemplate on the supreme reality. That is understood. So if you cannot function with this attitude of renunciation, if you cannot contemplate on supreme reality, that I am that truth, he says, okay, do some action. Now, what action, which action, there is no explanation at all. So it seems as if it's not charitable. Bhagavad Gita, the whole chapter is on action, karma yoga. He doesn't say anything. Performing actions alone, one should wish to live 100 years. Carry on. Why are you getting tired? It's not that after 100 years you give up action. Thus, there is none other than this for you. Action does not stain man. We'll discuss next week. But what action? Which action? No, zero explanation. And they understand only one action, nishkama karma, and nothing else. If you function with that attitude, he says, why would you slow down? 100 years meaning, continue. No retirement. And the moment you want to retire, finished. That is number 2. Number 3, it talks about the consequences in mantra 3. If you cannot renounce, if you cannot meditate, okay, do action. Don't give up action. If you cannot do both, mantra 3, he says you will go into dark hell, sunless world. You will go, and that is where most of us are planning to go. We will see what. It's not easy. I mean, it's a wake-up call for all of us. The message is so powerful because it goes against your belief system. The whole world, 99.99%, they are going in the wrong direction. So how can you suddenly change your direction? It's not possible. How can everybody be wrong? Everybody is wrong. As simple as that. So I will catch you when you are fresh next week. So read Swamiji's commentary. It is useful. The book, right now, all the books are sold out. I think everybody bought the book, looks like. But stock will come maybe in a week's time or 10 days' time. So in the meantime, if you're interested, you can take notes. Kindle version is always there. But if I were you, I would pick up a physical book. I mean, it is different experience. So let's conclude for today.
Thank you, Amiji. Hari
Thank
Om.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Amiji.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
Sunday, all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hari Om.
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amici.
Bye.